Okay, standing here beside this John Deere 60 tractor, all fuel, and I mean I'm just going over it here. Of course they've got the wrong decals on here. They're not the right one. I mean the 60 is right, but this is, you can see the old ones were much larger. So when I get this thing together and running, I'm going to have a guy hand paint this, the same guy that lettered my Mac. That should look pretty sharp, because I just hate decals anyway. But what I've got is, thanks to your help on the crankshaft at All States Ag Parts or TractorPartsASAP.com. Excellent. They had everything I needed. The parts should be here tomorrow to the crankshaft and the connecting rod and the bearings, mains and the rods. Yeah, so what I need to do is actually tear this thing apart so I can put it back together. Oh, plus they gave me sold me a gasket kit, complete gasket kit, which should include all gaskets for the gear. But I wanted to, set this thing up so you can watch me rip it apart. It's going to be kind of interesting. I mean, really, there's not a hell of a lot to do to it to take it apart. I guess I got to take this brake cover off here. You know, that's no big deal. Or that brake, whatever, that's got to come off of there, and this gear cover comes off. And I also have to take the flywheel off the other side, obviously, which is not too difficult. I just got to take that tin plate off, and the starter pedal and everything. I think I'll have to remove that. I might even have to take off the starter. But really, these tractors are so simple just to look at them. They're simple. My neighbor, he's got internationals, and he's telling me that he's got to split them in two places to get things apart. So I'm glad I don't have that. Yeah, everything seems to be gonna be pretty easy. You know, I think I could probably do this inside of a couple hours. But other than that, the tractor is really a sweet tractor. It really is. It's not bad at all. The one thing that I did notice on it that I haven't been able to see anywhere else, and it doesn't say made in China, but this manifold is a one-piece manifold. There's not two pieces. Anything I've seen from the John Deere 60 have all been two-piece manifolds. And I did see one that said made in China, but that was also a two-piece manifold. It's on eBay right now. They say grind off the China and it'll look like the original. Well, sorry, I don't want no Chinese thing, but anyway, this one is one piece. Now, this is an all-fuel tractor, which this is not an all-fuel manifold because this is not an all-fuel carburetor on there. This is the Marvel or whatever the heck it is, Schulberg gasoline carburetor. So, at some point, which I'm guessing 1958 or 59, somewhere's in there, because that's what the bearings said. If you look, here's a bearing. Here, this is the bearing that came out of it on the other side. And if you look, that's the part number, but the date is 11/58. That is stamped on the bearing itself. So I kind of am guessing that this tractor was torn apart and converted to a gasoline tractor in, say, 1958. Now, whether John Deere changed this at that point, or this is an aftermarket, I mean, we're talking, geez, 1953, we're talking 70 years, man. No, 60 years. Let's say 50 days? 60 years. Yeah, 60 years. So in 60 years, a lot of things can happen. The guy that originally bought this tractor is more than likely dead. But this head has not been off any time ever. I mean, in a long, I mean, it's been off sometime because this carburetor won't fit on an all-fuel manifold. So I kind of got a weird sneaking suspicion that this was all converted at one time. That head gasket has been on there for a coon's age. You can see that it's been there for so long. The thing that I need to know though is when I pull that crankshaft out of there is if these pistons are 4-ring pistons or 3-ring pistons. If they're 3-ring pistons, then it's for the all fuel, and they'll have to be changed because they just don't create enough compression to run properly. Yeah, so it's really kind of going to be interesting as to what I find here. Now, there's pistons online on on eBay right now out of a 1955 John Deere 60. So I could probably just buy those if these are not correct, but I don't want to spend too much money unnecessarily. So that's my dilemma there. Now, even this manifold has been on there for a good many years. It's all split. Not split, but you could just tell, you know, as these things as they age, things get a little funny. Now, this is not even in the right position. On a regular John Deere 60 manifold, this 2-piece manifolds, that notch is not there. It's here. And this heat exchanger, or whatever they call this thing, which this is the cold side, should have a mark in it over on this side, and it should line up with this. So, I don't know, maybe they just completely chopped that thing out of there and stuck it in. But it's been like that for a long time. So, I don't know. You're not supposed to have it it's supposed to either be hot or cold, that's all. So, I'm a little confused on that one. So maybe somebody can give me a little bit of help on that one. But, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start tearing this thing apart here today and get ready for my parts that are coming for tomorrow. At least they're supposed to be here tomorrow. Now, I can't do anything in the fields because we've had so much rain. I can't even finish planting my corn. It's ridiculous. Last year, same scenario. I couldn't plant corn until the 2nd day of June, which that would be Saturday. It's Monday now. So I'm not really scared about the time that I have to get the corn in. It's just that I would really like to get the corn in before I'm making hay, because I have other obligations. I got 2,000 and change in hay, I think 2,300 acres of hay to make for the first time, only once, and I got to do a second cut also on a lot of it. So I'm a busy beaver here. But while I'm waiting for the weather, even though it is a beautiful sunny day, while I'm waiting for the weather, I'll just work on my 60. Anyways, I think I'm going to put this up in different segments. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, well, I've already found some problems with the 60 here. I guess this is the redneck repair for bad splines on your crankshaft and bad splines on your, I don't know what the hell what you would call that, but they got nails stuck in it. That's kind of cool. Look at that. They've been doing it a while too. 'Cause that's no solution to a problem, man. Oh, I gotta see how to get that off of there. So, obviously this tire is going to be a bit too close to get the pulley off, which really isn't any big deal. I know how to knock those wedges out. They're pretty easy. I guess I could show you a trick or two about that. Some people told me they got tools and stuff. Well, I only need one tool. It's called a sledgehammer. Yeah, I'll show you how that works.